I remember the sound first, the sharp snap of latex between my fingers. 5 of them, lined up in his glove compartment like trophies. Neat, new, hidden under a stack of service receipts he thought I'd never look through. He'd asked me to grab the insurance papers that morning. Maybe he wanted me to find them. Maybe he wanted to get caught. Either way, I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I just stared at those thin, rolled-up promises, each one a quiet declaration that I wasn't enough. That's when the idea began to form. Slow, precise, like a fuse catching fire. We used to laugh in this same car. His hand on my thigh, his music too loud, the world too small for how big we thought we were. He'd bring me drive-through milkshakes, wipe the whipped cream off my lip with his thumb, call me his safe place. Safe. That word tastes rotten now. Back then, I believed him. Believed in late-night talks and road trips and how he used to whisper that no one understood him the way I did. I built my life around that illusion, like a house made of glass, pretending it wouldn't crack. And then, one day, it did. It started with small things. The shower running twice a day. The faint scent of perfume that wasn't mine. Citrus and jasmine, too young for me, too bold for someone pretending to be innocent. He began dressing better, talking less. I told myself I was imagining it. That paranoia was just love with nowhere to go. But lies have a way of staining everything they touch. The night he came home late, his shirt buttoned wrong, I didn't ask questions. I just looked at him. And he looked back, already guilty. That's the thing about betrayal. You feel it long before you see it. Finding the condoms wasn't confirmation. It was punctuation, a full stop at the end of everything I'd tried to salvage. I sat in that car for a long time, the evening light spilling through the windshield, my heartbeat too calm for what I'd just found. That calm scared me because it wasn't sadness anymore. It was calculation. Revenge doesn't come from rage. It comes from quiet. That night, I took the condoms inside, poured chili paste into each one, thick, burning, red. I sealed them back neatly, just as I'd found them. Latex stretched tight, concealing fire. It wasn't about pain. It was about reminder, a symbol that everything he touched would burn now. But that was only the beginning. I started small, routine, invisible. First, I stopped correcting his lies. When he said he was working late, I smiled and kissed him goodbye. Let him feel safe. Let him dig deeper into his own deceit. Then I moved the money. Quietly, methodically. Every shared account, thinned out, replaced, restructured. By the time he'd notice, it would be too late. He still thought he was the one in control. Still thought I was soft. But softness can be camouflage. 2 weeks later, I followed him, parked down the street from the motel, the kind that rents by the hour, the kind that smells like secrets. I saw her, blonde, short dress, holding his hand like she'd won something. I didn't approach. I didn't need to. Watching them walk in was enough. What I wanted was the aftermath. The next morning, he came home showered but flustered, eyes darting like a child hiding broken glass behind his back. "Everything okay?" I asked, calm. He nodded, too fast. His skin looked flushed, sweat beading near his temple. I noticed the way he walked, stiff, uncomfortable, like sitting hurt. The chili had done its job, but the real burn was still coming. 2 days later, I invited him to dinner, candlelight, his favorite meal. He seemed relieved, maybe even hopeful. He thought he'd been forgiven. He poured wine, loosened his shoulders, began talking, the way cheaters talk when they think they've been absolved. That's when I slid my phone across the table. A video played. Him and her, in the motel. His car parked outside. His face clear, unmistakable. He froze. The color drained from him like ink in water. "Who sent you that?" he whispered. "I did," I said. It took him a moment to understand. Every message, every receipt, every hidden transaction, I had collected them, built a digital trail that told the story he thought he'd buried. And I didn't just send it to him, I sent it to her boyfriend, to his boss. The next morning, his office called. Something about misconduct. By noon, he was suspended. By evening, she'd blocked him. I didn't say a word, just watched. The silence between us was thick to choke on. He tried to talk, to twist the narrative, to cry, but I wasn't listening. I was already free. He left that night. I watched his car pull out of the driveway, the same car where it all began. I waited until his taillights disappeared, then went upstairs and opened the window. The air smelt clean, cold, final. I thought I'd feel empty. I didn't.